So today on the channel, we are talking into a furry mushroom. Testing. Hello. AKA, we're actually road testing the Neewer K23B Bluetooth microphone. Morning YouTube, Al here from One Man Many Plans, and one of my plans this year was not to be road testing any more microphones. In fact, earlier this year I actually posted up a video review of one of the latest microphone kits that I got. Unfortunately, that kit is now broken, hence trying out something new. Now, before we get into the ins and outs of this, and it's a very cool looking piece, this Bluetooth microphone, let's backtrack for a little sec and go through what we've been using to get to this point, microphone-wise. So microphone number one was the phone. Yep, it was the microphone inbuilt into the Samsung, which when I started this channel a little bit of time ago, it was a Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. Now it's a Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus. Either way, the microphone on board a Samsung isn't too shabby at all. And if you're starting out in a YouTube channel and you've got a budget of absolutely zero, well, you know, start recording on your phone until you can put some pennies away and start to work towards a better sound input. But for the time being, it worked just fine. A couple of little cons about using the onboard microphone. Certainly you can't do anything with it. It just records. You can't really change the levels unless there's some kind of app for that, but I never really explored that. The other thing is you have to be fairly close for it to pick up. You certainly couldn't do anything over there with the car, with the camera here, and still be able to record the sound. And it wasn't so great interviewing people, especially at a distance, because you'd have to move the phone and therefore that would wreck the video. So it has its limitations, but as a basic backup, it's okay. Doesn't sound the greatest, but it works. So that was a good start to my microphone journey. Microphone number two was this one. It is the eyeball on the stick, better known as the Snowball Blue microphone. This is from COVID times, and I actually bought it to record stuff just because I wanted a plug-in microphone to do a few things on a different YouTube channel at the time, and it turned out to be absolutely life-saving during COVID because I'm a radio announcer and I was able to do my show through my laptop with this microphone ready to go. It was brilliant for that. I didn't realize until later on in the piece that you can actually connect these up to a phone like the one that I'm using. It does require a special cable. It's called an OTG cable. They're available in places like Amazon and also AliExpress. This one set me back about 12 bucks, really not that expensive. And for a time, I actually did a few videos using this particular thing. Now, a couple of drawbacks of this particular microphone. You are limited by the length of the cord. Obviously, you have to be close to it and facing in that direction, talking to it that way to make sure that it's recording. The other drawback at the moment for me is that it's not actually working. It powers up when I have it plugged into the OTG and the OTG into the end of the phone, so it's certainly drawing power from the phone, but it's not recording through it for whatever reason. There's no setting in Pro Video that I can see, no USB option that I can plug in. I have to do that with the Bluetooth microphone, which I'll get to in just a sec, but unfortunately this doesn't register on my phone. Now, it could be an issue with this, it could be an issue with this, it could be an issue with this, according to AI. So a little bit disappointing. I thought, okay, my latest unit has fallen over. Time to go a little bit old school and use this one again, but it's out of action for the time being. Not going to throw it out. Great piece of kit. It'll certainly work well with my computer and any laptop. Very, very handy to have. Unfortunately, I'm just not using it anymore to record stuff like this video. Okay, we're up to number three in microphones that have got me this far on my YouTube channel, One Man Many Plans, and it was my very first lavalier microphone. Wireless little unit that looks similar to this. This is the next one that I bought. Unfortunately, when the old one broke, I just turfed it because I just thought, don't need it anymore. It cost me 16 bucks. It was just one of these microphones and a little USB receiver, USB-C, that plugs into the bottom of the Samsung, and it was very, very easy to just plug that in, hit on that button, they would sync, and then sound would be recorded through the video, which was awesome. And for a year, it worked brilliantly. It was my only microphone for recording, and as long as I remembered to charge it up and take both parts with me wherever I went, it did an absolutely spectacular job. And it was pretty good in recording both levels and natural sound and everything else. Wasn't the greatest microphone of all time, but for what I was using it for, absolutely perfect. The issue with this microphone was that I found out they don't like going through the washing machine. Silly me, had one of these in my pocket in my pants. My pants went through the wash. I found it way too late. Tried to dry it out, tried to record it, and sound would cut in and out. It was just, there was no point in trying to save it. It was completely gone. 16 bucks, but it lasted a year, and I was stoked by that, and I thought, okay, let's buy another one. And hence, we moved to microphone number 4. Microphone number 4, I bought at the start of the year. It is the Microfono Inflabrinco di Solapa. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that correctly. It's another lavalier microphone. And in this case, it came with 2 microphones and a receiver. It's a product from a brand called Kingone on Amazon. And look, it worked just fine. As compared to my previous microphone, my lavalier microphone, it was a little bit louder in recording, which meant you couldn't really have it close to your mouth because you would start to distort. So I'd actually have to hold this one back a bit. Also, I found out when I was in the truck recently for Convoy for Kids, it picked up a little bit more frequency than the other ones, including the vibrations from the truck, and sort of drowned out the sound. So I was completely unaware of that one. However, it was a very, very handy unit, and similar to the previous lavalier microphone. As long as I remembered to charge it, great. I had 2 microphones ready to go in case one ran out of battery or just decided one day it wasn't going to work. Fantastic. 20 bucks, very, very affordable. However, the problem was that one day recently, when I got up to do my video about scam authors sending me dodgy emails, the receiver just died. Now, no rhyme or reason to it. It hasn't gone through the wash. I've opened it up. I've had a look. There's nothing obvious to it. For whatever reason, it just no longer powers on my phone. I tried it on my son's phone, and it didn't work on that either. And I went, oh, well, that's really, really disappointing, because I only had it for a number of weeks before it fell over. I have to point out that I did put up a review about this one on the Kingone Amazon page that I bought it from, and just said, hey, I enjoyed the kit, but unfortunately the receiver just died, so incredibly disappointing after a couple of weeks. And to their credit, Kingone actually reached out to me and said, we're so sorry this has occurred to you. We are more than happy to give you a full refund. And that is amazing customer service. So Kingone, thank you. I certainly will be trying your products again in the future. By the time that email came through, however, I'd ordered this one, and I just decided, okay, I've tried a couple of lavaliers and they've done all right. Why don't we try one without a receiver like this, and why don't we go the Bluetooth option? So that's where we find ourselves today. So welcome to this. This is the Neewer, and when I say Neewer, that's the brand name, Neewer K23B Bluetooth microphone. As I mentioned, it does look like a very fuzzy mushroom, and that's on account of the great pop guard that they've actually got with this. Now, bear with me, because there's a little magnet behind my shirt here, which I'm very, very impressed by. There we go. So that comes with the kit, tiny little magnet to hold it in place. Not too stable, so I certainly wouldn't use this if you're jumping around with one of these. But as you can see, that is quite the impressive pop guard on it. And it's not about to fall off. One big issue I had with some of the lavaliers is that their little foam pop guards would go flying off with a stiff breeze, or you pull it out of the little kit that it came with, the little packaging, and it'd get caught up in there, and you go, well, where's my pop guard gone? This does not come off unless you literally pop it off yourself. And there is the little microphone right there, ready to go. On the back, you've got a little clip there, so you can actually clip it onto your lapel or your shirt collar or whatever you want. But like I said, I love the fact that it's come with a little magnet in the box so that you can put it wherever you like. You know, have it up here, have it lower here if you want it out of frame. So that's very, very handy. Great little box that it came with. And inside the box as well, you get your own little pouch. So you can take your microphone wherever you go, your Neewer K23B, in your own little pouch. It's got a little bit of silica gel to keep things nice and dry, because as we found out, you can't actually put these through the wash. Please don't do that. So that's going to keep things nice and dry. You also get the world's smallest charging cord. It is tiny. I just use the Samsung charger for this one, or the computer, plug it in. It really doesn't take long to charge, which is brilliant. And the other thing that I'm really enjoying about this one, apart from the fact that I don't need to, hang on, I'll just put this back on my shirt here. Ta-da! Apart from the fact that I don't have to charge it for long, is the fact that I also don't have to worry about a receiver anymore. Because, as the name implies, it is a Bluetooth phone. It hooks up to your Bluetooth, but even better, it does come with its own app. So let's switch to that now and walk you through what the app looks like when you're recording, whether you're just recording for stuff like this, or you've just decided, okay, I'm going to record myself a voice note, or I'm going to record an interview in just MP3 format. Let's switch to the phone now and see how that looks. Okay, so we'll just go to the Neewer mic. It's picked up what microphone it is, the KM23B. Excellent. Switching over to that mode. Very handily, you've got a very, very evident VU meter. So you know that if you are speaking too loudly, projecting too much, getting a little bit too hot in the red zone, to either wind things back through the app or bring your microphone down, which is very, very handy. Now we can see how we're recording along while we're actually recording this for YouTube. It's got AI denoising up there too. I haven't really tried that app too much, but you know, another feature that certainly my older microphones did not have. And as I mentioned, this mode is very, very handy for notes, interviews, those kinds of things, and recording voiceovers too, because you know, there's one thing when you're doing a YouTube clip and then you go, but I should have said this. It's too late. Record it up into something like this. It's the same level quality as it was when you're filming naturally because you're using the same microphone, and then just put it into your mix wherever you want to go. So we'll switch that off. Thank you very much. So our file is ready to go. We can play it back, zoom back and forth like an audio editor should, save it up, cut it up, do whatever you need to do. Plenty of options. I have been using a completely different app to record MP3s on this phone. I think it's just called MP3 Recorder. Very basic. It just records and then I can email myself or send it to Google Drive to cut up later. Now I've got an app that syncs to the microphone, ready to go, and it's very, very handy. Okay, time for a couple of quick tests. The first one is, how does it sound in comparison to the Samsung onboard microphone, the only other microphone that I have that's currently working? So this is obviously without the new Bluetooth microphone enabled and activated through the Video Pro option of the Samsung. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside. And this is how things sound. Now that I've powered on this microphone, it's shook hands with the Bluetooth on my phone, and I've enabled the Bluetooth option in Video Pro. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside. Now the test I'm doing right now is a quick distance test. Now with all the filming that I do, I don't have to be too far away from the camera, but the last time that I put one of the lavalier microphones through its paces, I think I got to about 20 meters, and that was pretty good. Now the garage, the workshop here is certainly not 20 meters, but having this allows me to say things like this. This is my 2012 Mazda 6, and let's go on the other side. Taking a walk through it. Still needs a bit of work, but I love this car. And there we go. Again, another one of the benefits, probably one of the best benefits of a microphone setup like this, the fact that you can walk around, take the microphone with you, the camera stays in its fixed position. You don't need a camera person. I mean, I'd love to have one, but at least you're able to do this and record quality sound no matter where you are in the area. So now I've got the scope of the entire workshop. It's now my playground. Not that I'm probably going to need it, but just in case, I'm ready to go. So with Bluetooth capability and no receiver to plug in at the bottom of my Samsung phone, is this the ultimate microphone for YouTube use? I don't think so, because there's a couple of little drawbacks that I'm still working my way through. Now, there might be a solution to this, and if you've got one, please let me know in a comment below, but there's a couple of little drawbacks that I'm finding at the moment. First and foremost is the fact that I have to shoot in Pro mode on Samsung. I've never used it before. It's doing weird sort of lighting effects based on, you know, the light that's coming through the window naturally, even more so than the usual mode. And I have to do this because when I turn this on, when my phone recognizes the microphone, I still have to go to Pro mode to shoot and tell it to use a Bluetooth microphone. Now there are some, like I said, settings probably somewhere, and AI will probably cough up that answer in 2.3 seconds, but for now it's a little bit annoying having to go to the microphone. Every time I turn this on, select it and go, okay, I need the Bluetooth microphone, and then I can use it. So doing something on the quick, when you power this on and you power that on, it takes a few seconds to get it all ready to go. The other problem I'm facing is that once you record something, to make sure it's working, you actually have to turn this unit off, because otherwise it just commandeers the Bluetooth and it says, oh, I'm sending the sound through Bluetooth, but I'm not hearing anything. So I have to turn this off to play video back through the speakers of the phone just to make sure that it's recording. So a couple of hiccups there. But like I said, maybe you have one of these, or you know more than I do about Samsung phone back ends. Please let me know in a comment below, and I will happily share that to the rest of the universe, because otherwise I'm quite enjoying this. I love the little magnet. I think that's just such a great innovation to add to it. It's a very, very simple one. I love the pop guard. Anyone who's seen the microphone around the house has gone, that's very, very cool. The first thing that they want to do, naturally, is touch the furry mushroom. As weird as that is, it's a very, very cool talking point about this particular microphone. You've probably seen plenty of other people use like the square Rode unit with a microphone like that, or with a pop guard like that on it. Now I've got one with this Bluetooth mic. I think it's a very cool looking bit of kit and very, very affordable. I mean, this was $30. No problems syncing Bluetooth up to my phone, and it comes with its own app to do some recording. So will this be my permanent microphone from here on in? That remains to be seen. With my luck and my history of microphones, probably not. But for the time that this works, and I don't wash it, and I don't drop it, and I don't kick it down the hallway or the neighborhood for whatever reason, I'm quite enjoying this so far. So it is a bit of a thumbs up to the Neewer KM23B at this stage. Once I figure out the way to make it even smarter in connecting my phone so that every time I hit record, it just goes. I don't have to select anything, and I don't have to make sure it's all on. I'll be very, very happy indeed. But for the time being, we've got some good sound quality recording back on the channel, and I can't really argue with that.